Hi, TAKful Creator here. Okay, let's get started. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice, and mouths to preach the good news. May the angel of peace, prosperity, love, abundance, guidance, grace watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe. So my voice is coming back, which is great. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so my voice is coming back. That's awesome. That's super duper awesome. But then I'm still called to tap into this energy, this collective energy. Let's figure out why. Thank you guys for liking. First, your subscribes. If you share it, you're awesome. You're not commenting, but that is okay. I'm not forcing you to comment, but I appreciate your energetic conference with me. You know, even though I don't, see or speak to you guys directly, I definitely have full-on conversations with you. So I appreciate you for allowing me to tap into your energy. Ooh, what energy is this? So we have some kind of immature female that's feeling detached about an American dad figure. So someone who can be considered American dad. And this American dad... Okay, so no. Let me correct myself. So there's an American dad who's in a very immature, childish female energy, right? Or an immature feminine energy, right? Being very childish. And he's feeling detached, so much so that he's taking a nap because he doesn't like what's going on in maybe his life. He doesn't like what's going on around him, his overall environment. He believes his ghetto here, okay? Which means it's not becoming of his highest self. And 50% we have our faith. So there's something about like having hope or the necessity of hope, because since he's asleep, he's not actively doing work, right? So there's no action behind the energetic need to want something that is a part of your destined path. If that's the best way I can say it right now. Something about a bank or credit loan, or something about maybe not having the resources to take care of a bank or credit loan. Something about a planned venture that was going to happen in February around Valentine's Day. Maybe that can't happen now. Libra energy in reverse, Sagittarius energy in the upright. So we need this. We have this airiness, this airy vibe that's kind of removing itself, so that this fiery vibe can take hold, right? And maybe that's the whole point of being asleep, because this feeling detached is because, when there's stagnant energy, right? Without airflow, when there's stagnant energy, it's very tense, right? You can just say, you cut it with a knife. You call it tension filled, even if nothing's happening. It's because there's no flow, right? So I'm getting that there's no flow here, and what that's going to do is ignite some kind of spark, some kind of fire, right? And it's saying to see the cover up. So see and investigate why this environment is so ghetto, quote unquote. Why does it seem or appear that way? And the reason why I say see and appear that way is because life is the matrix. It's a simulation. So whatever you're seeing in your natural environment is a representation of your internal world. So if it's ghetto here, then why is it so? What is the root of that? Okay, so it's saying to investigate further something about an actual real romantic love. I'm not really gauging that we need to investigate further about this love, but I think this love would be the turning point of understanding. Okay, so maybe this male that's in a feminine energy, a very immature energy, is doing that maybe to get attention, right? Get attention from this romantic partner to understand more of what's behind this overall detached feeling. So now we have 2 individuals that is a part of this reading, right? Oh, here we go. See a cover-up, right? See a cover-up. See this maybe Pisces energy, because that's what we have over here. This Pisces energy showing up as a Virgo energy, right? So this Piscean energy, which is very imaginative, emotionally forthright, like they wear their emotions on their sleeve. They're pretty lucid when it comes to vulnerabilities. You may not see their vulnerabilities, but watching them, it's like they go through the rainbow of emotions in front of you, and you're able to kind of see their temperament or see where their mind state is, even if, as we see, the cover-up is not necessarily true, right? So the Pisces is showing some kind of sadness, upset, anger, but it's not true to their authentic feelings, even if it may be true to the situation or to the environment, right? So if you walk into a room that has a lot of tension, you're automatically going to be like, oh, I'm going to be a little bit defensive here. What is this tension here? You know, what's going on? Right? That's your temperament. So for the Pisces, he may walk into the room, because we have this American dad, he may walk into the room and be like, oh, this is tension, I'm going to act like it's tension. But his authentic feelings there is, I really don't care about the tension. Like, y'all can deal with it yourself, and I'm just going to move in my detached kind of element. Now, if that's the case, he's basically lying. He's lying to everyone there. He's not showing his true self, his true colors. But he doesn't want everyone in his environment. That's where this Virgo energy is. There's the reason why there's a mask. The mask is to show this version of perfectionism that is not seeking validation or calling out for validation. It's like, this is just the way it's supposed to be, so let's move in that, right? But in actuality, it's covering up a true mental entrapment this energy is having, right? And this energy is hoping that their romantic partner can see past the veil, see that there's something more here, even though it may be in this individual's actual environment, everything's fine and dandy. You know, there's no problems outside of the normal. So they have to move like there's no problems outside the normal, when in actuality, there's probably a major issue they're mentally processing or emotionally processing, right? And that's where we get that mental entrapment. Okay, that this actual love needs to see. Now, it's currently Saturday, so something that happened from yesterday into today, that's what I'm getting. Or from any Friday that is particular to other people in the collective that doesn't really identify with something happening yesterday, which would have been February 3rd. But, yeah. Okay, so, or maybe this actual love found out about this mental entrapment on a Friday night, right? They understood and saw the cover-up and let them go take a nap, right? Because they're a bit overwhelmed with their emotional display. And that emotional display, again, is not true emotions. Like, they can be yelling and screaming, or they can be quiet and calm, but at the end of the day, it's not how they truly feel. So who cares if it's not how you truly feel, you know? Let's see here. We have the Pisces energy that is kind of repulsive right now. And I'm gauging that it's not really because of like visuals or aesthetic. It's not because of like smell and stuff. They're repulsive. Their energy is repulsive. No one wants to be around them. Their frequency is screaming they need to be left alone. Okay, which is really interesting, because with a Pisces energy, is naturally inviting, right? It's a water energy that is tempered with emotions, and emotions are meant to bring us into some kind of alignment, right? So emotions are like a transporter. They move us around and move us about. this Pisces emotions is moving them about in a way that's so repulsive, other people may not want to be around them, or other people sense their energy and can't really maybe like control their own distaste or dissatisfaction, can't control their own emotions. So this Pisces energy may be showing up as if nothing's happening, but around them everyone else is like, oh, all of a sudden I'm upset, I'm angry, I want to slap something, I want to punch something, like what's going on? And in actuality, it is this Pisces that actually wants to do that. It's this Pisces that's moving and feeling this way, that, you know, maybe having like mental pictures of like really punching people in the face in their mind, but in reality they're like, hi, people pleaser, you know, that. So their energy is repulsive. It speaks for them, even though their physical mask, their vessel, is not showing up as that, right? And it could have showed up in some kind of foreplay, right? Now, I'm not throwing everything to sex, but if this is such a repulsive energy, I don't think, you know, sex may have happened. Like, maybe even though this Pisces has done what they would normally do, it was kind of a turn off opposed to being a turn on. And I'm not only getting that in a sexual sense, I'm getting that in like, okay, foreplay, like pre-gaming. It's Saturday, so we were talking about the cards of Friday. You know, we have that Friday card here, or over here rather. You know, it's time to go out, it's time to have a good time, but we can't enjoy pre-gaming with drinks and, you know, maybe a smoke or two before planning an outing, because like everyone's emotions are all disorganized, things are being pushed back, there's kind of a tinge of chaos energy, and it's kind of a turn off. You don't even want to go out anymore, you don't want to do anything. It's kind of like, let's cancel plans. That's what I'm getting here, right? And we have the Libra energy in reverse, that airiness. So we have to figure out why this energy is being brought back up to us. So let's bring out our handy dandy pendulum. No, this is not Blue's Clues, but hey, there's some blue energy that needs to happen here, some healing vibes. Hi, Divine. How you doing? Can you show me no, please? Thank you. Yes. And that we're on the right track. Much appreciated. Oh, the energy must be strong today. Oh, confirmation. Okay, so this Libra energy is showing up twice. Is because this Libra energy is specifically tied to the Pisces energy. Yes. Okay, so although there's some kind of water vibes here, we also have air vibes, and the air vibes is what's giving this genius vibe. Okay, so then we have this genius beginning a new cycle. So if we're talking about overall cycles and how to get out of a karmic cycle, it is understanding what needs to change, and even if that's one small detail, you change it. So I think this Pisces energy understood something more about themselves. Maybe normally they move in this immature feminine light. As an American dad, they move in this immature feminine light, and they just go around feeling detached, where their internal world is manifesting externally, even though they're not showing the guise of it. But it's manifesting externally, and it's putting a damper on their relationships, whether it be, again, professional, personal, romantic, familial, like whatever relationship that's here, right? Now, instead of this person going out on the Friday or Saturday or Thursday, you know, Friday Junior here, instead of going out and like truly ignoring the emotions, ignoring the signs of chaos that's around him, he decided to see that, no, it's ghetto. Like, whatever is happening around me is not, or around him or her, is not ideal to their highest self. So they're going to take a nap. And respectfully, let them take a nap. And after this nap, hopefully they can unearth some. I have a reading that specifically talks about dreams, and if your dreams are chaotic, I'll add that to the end of this reading. if your dreams are chaotic, how to kind of dissect it. If you don't like writing it down in a journal, if you can't remember it, here I have in that video some tips and hints and tools that could assist you a little bit more in your progression, right? So I think that's where this Libra is right now. And I say Libra because although this energy is Libra and Pisces, or if they don't have those signs, they're moving in that light. The Libra, the airy part of them, that justice, that balance. Okay, this is what it is. We're going to understand in order to give justice, in order to see where the target is. We have to first understand why there is a target. Okay, understand what the target can be and all this other stuff. And if the target's not good enough, get a new target, right? And I'm using that purposely because I think this Pisces energy missed the mark. And because the Pisces energy missed the mark, the Libra energy has to come in and kind of redirect the Pisces energy. So, example, if the water is flowing, right, but it doesn't need to flow in this direction, how do we get the water to flow in a different direction? Well, the wind offers its assistance by blowing the current, offering a different direction, right? Blowing the wind and the current into a different direction, and now it can meet its mark. That's what the Libra is doing here, right? It understood the assignment. It understood the assignment, right? And that assignment is they are letting their ailments get the best of them. So this energy might have ADHD or ADD, and so it's easy for them to distract themselves from their emotions. It's easy for them to distract themselves from chaos, from what's really deep, from what needs healing, from some, energies that are a lot to deal with. It's easy for them to just be like, oh, dopamine over here, run to dopamine. But they realize this about themselves. And so now they can see when that's happening. So it's like, oh, they need dopamine. No, in actuality, they're distracting themselves from what they really need to focus on. Genius. And what did that do? It began a new cycle automatically before they even fully thought through their emotions. Because you don't always have to intellectualize your emotions. Sometimes you can just feel them, right? So what did they do? They began a new cycle. Instead of letting this karmic pattern throw them into disease, throw them into illness, because what is that? When you can't wrap your mind around your thoughts, then it manifests in your body in other ways. That could mean sickness, that can mean illness, that can mean random pains and ailments, because each part of your body is attached to some kind of symbolism. For example, the palms of your hands, right? You have your right palm and your left palm. Now, the right one is money coming in. The left one is money going out. So, if one of them itches, it could tell you a little bit about what's happening in your life. Okay, now, speaking on a little bit more of a temperament, let's say your shoulders, there's a devil on one shoulder and angel on the other. So if you feel a little tinge on one of your shoulders, it could be the devil or angel telling you what you're doing is not the best, or what you're doing is the best. Continue down the path or don't continue down the path, type of thing. All right, so it's stuff like that. So instead of it manifesting as a cold, right, coughing and mucus and being stuffy and or indigestion, IBS, constipation, nausea, instead of it manifesting in all these different things, this energy understood, no, I need to pay attention to my thoughts. And if I can't pay attention to my thoughts, I need my body to rest and let my thoughts pay attention to themselves in the dream world. Okay? And so now, instead of fully being sickly, right, because this is a new path for them. It's a beginning cycle. They're just moving into this. So for them, it kind of feels like it would any other day. So like they would be sick after all this chaos happens in their life and they ignore it. They start get the sniffles and all this other stuff. Not here. They may get a bit of a cough, but instead they feel like, you know what? I'm going to go to sleep. Sleep away this cough. And that journey or excursion that's here would be in the dream world. Okay? And why? Because there's some kind of deep-rooted emotions, right? Some healing that needs to take place. And not only does this individual have to understand what the problem is, how to work through the problem, and so on and so forth, there's a part of this individual that has to kill the need to repeat the cycle of the healing. So a lot of the time you have to heal for the rest of your life. If something happens, the healing process could be forever, right? In other regards, you wouldn't want like a cut on your leg to need to heal for the rest of your life. You would want it to heal in a short period of time so that you can progress on, how you were or better. So there's some kind of like gradual healing that probably will be for the rest of this Pisces, Libra energy's life. But then there's some healing that needs to take place right now and you never revisit it again. Okay? Heal from it. Grow up. Always with the camera cutting off. So back to this healing and emotional. There's some things that you have to like fully cut off. Right? Heal now and never speak of it again. Right? Learn your lesson. Never have to go do this again. And then there's going to be some healing that's going to have to happen for the rest of your life. It's just going to be that. It's like it's too much to heal right now. It's going to take its own time. It's going to take other lessons to truly push the healing process along. Okay? But with this whole, you need to heal, you need to understand what's going on with you and let it be known to everyone around you. Who cares about pretty please? Who cares about having manners? You're not here to have manners. Okay? Not about your healing. Not about your emotions. If you need to rest and detach so that you can feel everything you need to feel, and you don't want judgment, well, let everybody know you don't want no damn judgment. Excuse my language. But you don't need it. It's not helping you, and their judgment's not bringing you anything. The words, it's unnecessary. You have to go through your healing process the way that you need to, so that you don't end up diseased or ill or sick because you're keeping it all bottled up inside. Right? And this way, I'm pretty sure I don't need these cards specifically because they're face down. But it's so you can get away from this repulsive energy to where it's like you're toying with people. There you go. That's what I'm getting by this foreplay sex. You're toying with someone. It's like you're being a tease in a way that's so disgusting. It's like, just go away. It's like, are you in a good mood or are you not in a good mood? Or is it safe to be around you or is it not safe to be around you? Are we going to have a fun time or are we going to have an emotionally draining time? It's like stuff like that type of thing. So if that's the case, how do we move forward with that? How do we progress? How do we get through all of this? Well, what we do very easily is take a nap. We go to sleep. That's what we do. We take this nap and we remove ourselves from this energy. Oh, I am well. How are you?